Hi there, I'm doing good. I'm really excited. So there are many ways to get around the Civic District, and this is the choice method to do it. Do it!
My family's history is deeply embedded within Kampong Glam. My maternal grandfather, whom I was very close to, was a Dutch-trained diamond cutter who came and traded in Baghdad Street. And my paternal grandfather, who hailed from Sumatra, used to run a nasi padang stall around here. It felt right that I started my own business here too. All Things Delicious is a halal-certified bakery cafe located in a conservation shophouse at the heart of Kampong Glam. We are known not just for our iconic baked goods, but also for our chef-prepared comfort foods. Our menu is inspired by the melting pot of the community in Kampong Glam. We believe everyone can have their cake and all things delicious too. Today, old and new businesses coexist within Kampong Glam, and I love it. It's like we have our own ecosystem. I hope to continue to create memories for the new generations to come.
When people think about perfumes, they're most closely associated with the big French brands, but cultures that have the most links to the art of perfumery, I would say, are the Arabic cultures and actually the Indian cultures. I'm actually in this trade because of my grandfather. He started a perfume shop here in the 1930s. A lot of what you see over here, we used to just keep it in the back room. You know, it's a messy process, but now people want to see the process more and more. Like an open kitchen, people want to see what happens. By doing it this way, you actually become a part of the process, and you get to choose your ingredients. It's not just a finished product that you're buying, but you've inserted yourself into the process as well.
Something fresh and clean, like, clean cotton, bed linen.
Like clean skin.
Yes,
Yeah.
clean skin. I think it needs a bit more pepper. Bottle it up for me, please.
I hope that people will start to see perfumes as an experience rather than just as a finished product that you pick up off a shelf.
Min Museum of Toys, our collection is made up of toys from more than 40 countries. The countries are like Bulgaria, even make in Singapore toys. We have no windows in this museum, and the huge facade behind is to protect from the harmful rays of the sunlight, because our toys are all in mint or near mint condition. We showcase about more than 8,000 pieces of toys over here. This is less than 10% of the owner's collection. Remaining 90% we store in warehouses.
A famous freediver once said that scuba divers dive to look around and freedivers dive to look within, and that really spoke to me. I went to Hawaii, the big island of Kona, and I tried just diving off of shore. All of a sudden, I could hear the humpbacks offshore. So loudly, they was reverberating in my chest. You couldn't hear them from the surface, and you wouldn't have been able to hear them if you were scuba diving. And so I thought, oh wow, this is really amazing. You get these incredible experiences. I should try this. And so that's where I started. I'm Chris. I would describe myself as being post-corporate. I used to work for a company, and now I'm doing things for myself. Freediving can change someone's life, and has changed my life. It is a mind-body discipline. It opens up experiences that are not available to everybody. In fact, only a tiny fraction of the world will ever be able to experience the things that you can see and feel while you're freediving.
I remember back in the olden days, our great-grandmothers, doesn't matter we are Chinese, Malay, Indian or Eurasian, they wore kabayas. It was something that united and gave us a shared identity, and I wanted to bring that back. Kabaya by Ratiana is located along the bustling Busra Street, which is home to the historic Masjid Sultan. I wanted to make kabayas elegant, comfortable and feminine. None of my kabaya are mass-produced, and I would say every piece of our kabaya tells a story. There's a lot of history in Kampong Glam. There used to be a lot of tailors and fabric shops in this area. It makes me really happy to share my love and knowledge of kabaya with my customers and still preserve a little slice of our history.
He's nearby, don't let him get away!
Tracer, he's going towards you.
Classic Moving is an international moving company that specialises in moving household goods for people all over the world. We move private clients that are paying themselves. We also move employees for large corporate companies. Classic Moving is part of the CFM Alliance Group. We offer our corporates a full relocation solution. These include visa and immigration, home search, school search, property management, pet relocation, any relocation service that our clients need. Trust is a big thing with our industry. Recently, we've had clients that have had to move quite quickly and they haven't had time to orchestrate their move, and they have literally come to the office and dropped their keys for us to go in and pack their goods and send it across the other side of the world without them even being there. For me, that's amazing. That's just such a good feeling that we've gained that trust within the community and within our client base. Without the customers, there is no Classic Moving.
You will never find a place like this in Singapore. Even though this place is constantly changing, the Kampong spirit lives on. Royal Fragrances is a shop specializing in high-quality bespoke perfumes located along Busara Street. My son and I run Royal Fragrances together, and we create and sell our own range of perfume and incense products. Our special product is called Bahur, which is wood infused with perfume. What is so special about our Bahur is that we have it made only for us with our special scents and flavors. You will never find it anywhere else in Singapore. The other unique thing about our products is that our perfumes are alcohol free. Like Royal Fragrances, many of the businesses around here have been here for a very long time. I have spent my entire life living and working in this district. Nowhere else will you find a place where the community spirit is so strong.
Just a short drive from the edge of the bustling city is Marina Bay Golf Course, Singapore's first and only link-style 18-hole public golf course. With a cinematic city skyline in the backdrop, it is one of Asia's finest golf courses. Guests can drop by the golf store to get their golfing accessories before their game, or simply choose from the diverse array of golfing equipment available to add to their collection. Head over to the 4-tier driving range and pick a spot at any of its 146 bays to practice some swings before heading down to the golf course. The short game could well be the most important aspect of the game. Besides the spacious practice greens, golfers can get their short game going by heading down to the uniquely designed putting course. With 6 carefully contoured greens of varying lengths, the course is challenging and fun for novice or serious golfers. Enjoy some bonding time on the putting course with the family too. Experience the award-winning Par 72 18-hole golf course. Spanning 6,493 meters, the course features undulating fairways, varying lengths of holes, and dramatic putt bunkers that brings hours of challenges and enjoyment for golfers. The Par 3 13th hole is the golf course's signature hole, with its island green design and surrounding water body. Marina Bay Golf also offers the only Par 6 in Singapore, with a whopping distance of 651 meters away from the black tee. For those who want to take a break and cool down, the Canopy Cafe offers a picturesque sweeping view of the entire golf course with the city landscape setting. From local dishes to Western dishes, one look at the menu will leave visitors spoilt for choice. The Canopy Cafe also has a dainty little extension just downstairs for guests craving for some tea or dessert and a quiet place to relax. For younger or beginner golfers, Star Golf Academy offers various programs with customized modules to cater to all skill levels. Marina Bay Golf Course is one of the few golf courses in Singapore open for night golfing, so don't let the fun stop when the sun sets. Marina Bay Golf Course offers everything a discerning golfer could ask for.
In case you thought that a ride on Singapore Flyer was just a chance to savor Singapore's skyline, think again. They now offer you a chance to time travel. This is the time capsule, Singapore Flyer's newest attraction. Ali and I are super lucky. We've been invited as the very first guests. The time capsule is an immersive adventure that takes you on a thrilling journey through Singapore's past, present, and future. With time-traveling mascot of the time capsule, R65 as your dedicated guide. We begin 700 years ago as we meet the myths and legends of Singapore's founding years. Ali is enthralled. I have never seen her so excited. Scattered around the room are these little leaves highlighting interesting facts from Singapore's history. Traditional Malay folklore is retold in such a unique and artistic way. This attraction is not just for kids, it's an immersive adventure for the whole family. The River of Time just blew me away. It was like being on a boat floating through time. From Singapore's establishment as a trade port to the modern skyscrapers of today. We were both thrilled as R65 guided us through Singapore's bold aspirations and its remarkable journey from a tiny tropical island to the beautiful green city of today, even giving us a glimpse into its future. When I thought Ali might have had enough history, we entered this immersive orchestration of visuals and music. This display perfectly captures the vibrancy and vitality of Singapore. A virtual teleportal entices you with real pictures of the city, making you more excited about the Singapore Flyer journey to come. These interactive panels are the perfect way to learn about the cultures of Singapore and to celebrate the differences that unite this multicultural city. And to end your journey, you can take a picture and become a part of R65's memory orb. It feels like we were now a part of Singapore's story.
Wasn't that amazing? And you learned so much. Wow, you get to take photos with R65. You know, it really does look like a red dot.
And of course, some photos of just the two of us to remember this wonderful day.
The Singapore Flyer is Asia's largest giant observation wheel, standing at a stunning 165 meters.
Wow, that's high.
The time capsule gave me a glimpse of Singapore's past, and as I take in the view, I can't help but marvel at the transformation of Singapore from a tiny tropical island to the sprawling metropolis it is today. Wow, that was a journey like never before. We are going to need something to remember it.
All that fun really works up an appetite.
This restaurant has some of Singapore's finest Cantonese food, the perfect way to end the day.
We had so much fun, and we now feel like we've seen Singapore from above and all around.
Yep.
The time capsule, coupled with the Singapore Flyer, tells you Singapore's story like it's never been told before. This is a journey that should not be missed.
The name satay bar means 3 pieces of meat in Hokkien. It is also a play on the Malay word satay. Satay bar Yakitori serves BBQ and skewer food with a twist. Our restaurant is along Bali Lane, a popular night spot in Kampong Glam. This place comes alive at night and has such a vibe. I was trained as an architect but found my passion in F&B instead. Without any prior experience in F&B, I spent 2 years under various BBQ and yakitori chefs to learn the trade from scratch. Although the hours are long and the job is physically demanding, I enjoy meeting people from all walks of life, and some have also become close friends of mine. This is a place for families, friends, colleagues to get together, enjoy a hearty meal, have a drink, and distress after a long day.
Hi, my name is Simon Wong, and I'm an entrepreneur with a background in branding and design. Right now we're sitting on the butterfly bench, which is a memorial bench to my late wife, Pei Ki. We're outside the Asian Civilizations Museum. National Heritage Board has donated these 150-year-old gallery floorboards, which just happen to be the right shape and proportion for her bench. Several years ago, a friend of mine decided it would be a great idea to build sidecars. So we started making use of the sidecars in our events. So we used them to raise funds for, again, for various charities. And after a while, we kind of realized if my wife had survived, we wouldn't solely be working for cancer-related charities. All along, we've been using the sidecars for events and as you know, for fundraisers. For the sidecar tours, it's usually visitors to Singapore, but we do get a good percentage of locals as well, and they're very curious to see Singapore in a different way. Vesperas are very special. You know, they draw out a reaction from people that motorbikes you don't usually get it from a motorbike. You look at a Vespa, it's cute, and then with a sidecar, it's really, really cute. So the first reaction of anyone is the smile, you know, and then the phone comes out and they just want to take a photo of it. You could be walking down the same street and you don't notice a lot of the details, you know, around you. You may not notice all the details on the buildings and so on, but for some reason, when you're in a sidecar, suddenly your awareness switches back on and you start to see, you know, you start to really notice all the details and you start to notice what's around you and what you're seeing on your visit to Singapore. So I think it's a lot to do with the change of format, and it's a very, very unique format, so you do notice.
Welcome to Level 33, the world's highest urban microbrewery.
Where all beers are brewed on site.
Where brewing is in our DNA, which inspires our menu.
And where people feel like home, even though they're away from home.
Craftsmanship is for me the expression of the passion and creativity of a person that is not mass market and creates something really unique. We have obviously the microbrewery as the anchor and key element of craftsmanship that goes throughout the venue.
Craftsmanship means that you need to do more things by yourself, so the human touch is central. Of course, you put your creativity and your ideas inside. You can manipulate to have a different output if you want to. Our beers are usually very traditional, but we have also unique seasonal beers like our brut beer, which is brewed with same yeast as Champagne Baron de Rothschild, which is our house champagne.
So after 8 very successful years here at Level 33, we wanted to address our customer needs by creating a more formal environment in the dining room and a social, more vibrant, cozy environment here in the social area, and a beautiful raw and seafood oyster bar behind me with best view of the bay.
I think first of all, Level 33 being the world's highest urban microbrewery, this is our uniqueness, this is our heart. So when we think about food, it's okay, what can we deliver here, taking advantage of the brewery. So we start to think, okay, the beer we can use, but also the byproduct, which is spent grains. We are now offering a contemporary cuisine where yeast meets West. So it's a modern, food focus, but also brewery-inspired cuisine. So I guess that's what really makes us unique, because we are a restaurant in a brewery and we are making use of that as well.
Cooking from Chef Archan, then we have Gabriel's Beer and Martin's Visions. I think somehow between, we are the bridge connecting points of all these elements towards the guest, especially with the new cuisine that we have, contemporary, to transform somehow with food and beer. We always try to blend it together and showcase this to the guests.
I recommend Level 33 to my family and friends because it's a unique experience. From the food beverage offer, you have the obviously homemade beers. We have a beautiful wine selection with boutique wines from all over the world. And the dining options range from the formal dining for corporate lunches or dinners to here to the social area, or on the terrace with beautiful drinks, finger food, and everything paired with a unique, magnificent bay view.
I grew up in Kampong Glam. Back then, it was really a kampong. Everyone knows everyone. Each year, during Ramadan, the entire kampong will get together to take pictures in front of the Sultan Mosque after our 8 prayers. Rumah Makan Minang served Minang food, the cuisine of Minangkabau people from West Sumatra, Indonesia, where my grandmother originated from. We specialize in nasi padang, and our most famous dishes is the beef rendang and our signature green balado, which is served in Shangri-La Hotel, Singapore. In the 1950s, my grandmother set up a nasi padang stall at Kandahar Street. The stall was built with wooden planks. Now, almost 80 years later, our current restaurant Rumah Makan Minang sits in a shop house, directly opposite the site where my grandmother's stall used to be. Rumah Makan Minang is still a family-run business today. This place has been my home and my kampong for the last 40 years. There is no other place in Singapore like Kampong Glam, and it will be our legacy for the next generation.
Every month, I block out an afternoon in my calendar. This afternoon is dedicated to just wandering, exploring, and discovering.
So every week I carve out a day where I just go out wandering without a plan, looking for a new adventure. I call it my day of inspiration.
One of my favorite places to wander is the Civic District. It has a bit of everything that I love. Art, theatre, museums, nature, architecture, great food and drinks, and so much more.
We start my day of inspiration right here at the Queen Elizabeth Walk at the Esplanade Park. Let me just show you what I like about this stretch.
There are a few places in Singapore where I am so reminded of both our past and present. On one side is the modern architecture of the present, and here you can find historic landmarks that remind us of our journey to get here.
Believe it or not, this is Singapore's first and oldest underpass, built in 1964. I've been here all the time, but never noticed.
Some of Singapore's best theatre and musical events happen right here in the Victoria Theatre. I love to look at its architecture. It's such a beautiful building. The Asian Civilization Museum is one of my favorite places to take a deep dive into our past. But today, I want to focus on the present. There is a sculpture nearby that I really love. Come with me, I'll show you.
And this is it. This is a bronze sculpture called The Five Boys by the River right outside the iconic Fullerton Hotel. So I believe the sculpture captures the yesteryears as well as this kampong spirit.
The Civic District is really where modern Singapore began. But even after so many years, the spirit of those boys, the first generation, is still alive in the Civic District. There is just so much going on.
Hey! Hi there! I'm doing good! I'm really excited! So there are many ways to get around the Civic District, and this is the choice method to do it. Do it! I love this spot. You get a great view, you're just by the river, and it's great for people watching too. Well, all at the same time while you're enjoying a good cup of coffee and some cake.
Sunsets never fail to inspire me, and this is one of my favorite spots to take it all in.
Art doesn't just belong in museums or in theaters. It can also be in a beautifully plated dish or in nature or in the environment around us. I think while wandering the Civic District today, I do feel art is everywhere.
Home to some of Singapore's most iconic art exhibitions, I spent many hours wandering through the rooms of the National Gallery. But today, I am here for a different reason. Come with me. At Violet Un, Singapore's culinary history is served to you in a beautiful, stunning setting that captures the vibrancy of Peranakan culture.
Peranakan food is just synonymous to the Southeast Asian region. It's made out of so many different ingredients from a variety of different cultures. In many ways, you could say it's art on a plate.
It's been a truly inspiring day today at the Civic District, and I think you and I would both agree that we are surrounded with so much art in our daily lives. And as an artist, I highly recommend that you discover this art of living.
Welcome to the Projector. We're on the 5th floor of the Golden Mile Tower in what feels like a car park, probably because we are in a car park, but inside we're going to find one of the shining lights of Singapore's creative art scene, so let's go check it out.
The Projector is currently the only independent cinema space in Singapore. We're kind of like off the beaten track, as you probably found out.
Yeah, I did find that out.
It's a little bit hard to get here, but it's a rewarding experience.
This unique building once housed a 1,500-seat cinema called the Golden Theatre, making it the largest in Singapore. The Projector retains the original walls, the floors and the seat mechanisms, and it's this mix of old and new that really gives the space authenticity.
I think the interesting fact was that it used to show propaganda films as well, North Korean films, and then it became like a soft porn kind of cinema. But the seats are completely new. This is where we show most of our more serious art house films. As you can see, it's more intimate.
The other room was very green. I assume this is the red room, is it?
Yeah, this is the red room. We do hold the more fun films down here. We want people to have fun down here, just come here, have a good time, have a drink.
But this is a bit of a change of scenery. I can't say I've ever found a bar in a car park before.
Yeah, this is one of our newer additions within the last couple of months. This is where we hold most of our after parties for the films that we had.
Even if you're not a film buff, the Projector is well worth a visit for its old world charm. And the fact that after the screening, well, you can even go for a party in the car park.
It all started from the day when my father passed me his old cameras, He got interest towards photography. So he said, okay, you want to continue photography, you want to take something, you can have it as my present. And that's the day I started. One of my cousin, he was an artist. The day once camera come in, all the painter who do realistic picture, the portrait picture, everybody lost their job. So based on his profession, cameras are their enemies. Then I said, okay, why don't we do something new? We accumulate all your enemies, put it at one place, and we do it in a unique way what others have not done it. Then he said, it's on, let's try, and that's how all it started. If you take a pigeon camera, it took about 8 to 9 years for us to found it. It is designed in such a way that a pigeon can carry. I love all my collection. One is world's first button camera. About 100 years back, they can create such a unique thing. There is a button you can put in your coat and they can control it here. The button can open and take a picture for you. See how clever those days the spies were. If you talk about a unique piece, yeah, we do have a machine gun used by Japanese military in the World War II. They use this gun to train the Air Force people. If you see, there is a lens. If you click, you don't get bullets. It will shoot you.
I don't believe in a shortcut can make something good. Projector is one of my personal brands, and now I start to let it run by all my apprentices. My goal is to bring back the original, how to make a good suit, how a real tailor must be. We use the best quality fabric, and also we are using the best interlining fabric.
It takes about 8 weeks to finish a bespoke suit. After taking measurement, we will start to do the pattern drafting. 1 or 2 fitting sessions will be done, and after revising the draft, it will take us almost 80 hours to finish the jacket by hand.
We're trying to get something reach to the customer demand and request what he wants. So in the whole processing, the customer can enjoy very personalized service. Many of the tailors have already get out from the traditional. They find an easier way, faster way to process a suit. Don't care about what is the quality will turn out.
Nowadays, not many people are willing to carry on the craft. It requires a lot of time and effort. I found that tailoring is what interested me the most. In fact, I love the traditional craftsmanship, so I don't wish the craft to die.
We don't believe shortcut can get a good suit. So every step you have follow exactly. So that's my idea to start the Projector.
man, that looks Instagrammable. Being Instagrammable is all well and good, but the food's gotta be great as well. Here we have the cauliflower furikake, which smells super enticing. I can't wait to dig in. Vegetables never tasted so good. Got the grilled portobello salad right in front of me, and I can't wait to tuck in. Here's the eggs Benedict, and the eggs are the best in Singapore. Organic grade A eggs. Oh, check that out. Check this out, you've got a whole soft shell crab to yourself. No wonder it's a bestseller. There's no better combination than waffles, chicken, watermelon, and maple syrup. Nice coffee flavor, and you see the color change as you drink it. Really fun stuff. Here's the boozy sedap cendol milkshake. That kick of rum at the end. I'm a fan of this.
There are bars, and then there are cool bars by the beach.
Singapore is a tropical island, and if you want to make the most out of the trip, be sure to soak up the sun and dip your toes in the sand with an ice-cold beer or cocktail in your hand.
I'm now at Seaside, Siloso Beach, Sentosa, where you'll find a collective of bars such as
Sandbar, Coast,
and breaking the charm and rustic beach afternoon vibe is Bikini Bar, where the legendary quarterly beach party Bikini Rocks is held. Let's check it out. Heart-thumping live music, irresistible drink and food offers, fun beach games led by Bikini Babes. Bikini Bar comes complete with a pool table and an island bar. Bringing some of the best homegrown bands in Singapore, be sure to join in the fun held every quarter.
You'll be forgiven for mistaking this as a Bali beach. If you're looking for something a bit more laid back and intimate by the beach, then you can't miss Coasts at Seaside, located right beside Bikini Bar.
With Instagram-worthy backdrops, Coasts offers a shaded deck, beach seatings, and sunbeds to the water's edge.
What I'm having is the slipper lobster spaghetti and banana and chocolate pie, paired with an ice-cold Kronenbourg lager. Cheers!
After a hearty lunch, what better way to spend your lazy evenings than to rest and relax on one of Sandbar's new and comfortable beanbag lounges? And if you're still hungry, remember to try their roasted meats, mini burgers, and tasty desserts. The ultimate beach dining experience is never complete without live music spun by Sandbar's very own DJ. Glorious sunset, spectacular daily fireworks. Sometimes the best experiences come free. Seaside, the ultimate beachfront experience. Check out the website below for more.
What an interesting idea, Captain. Smash!
Eat plasma, you one-eyed uglies!
Who can say no to an all-day breakfast, especially when each dish is inspired by breakfast from all over the world? I'm here at Wild Honey, a breakfast place that's always buzzing with activity any time of the day. A wildly popular restaurant, Wild Honey's menu features an incredible choice of breakfast from different countries. Think Tunisian, Norwegian, Canadian, Scandinavian, and many more. It's what I call a global gastronomical adventure. If you fancy something vegetarian, there's a huge range to choose from. Today, I'm having the Flinders Lane. It comes with a crispy base topped with perfect poached eggs, grilled asparagus, sliced avocado, spicy tomato, and sesame seed and nuts for an added texture. Highly recommended for brain food lovers. And I always pair my breakfast with a cup of excellent coffee from the Common Man Coffee Roasters. Awarded the Certificate of Excellence by TripAdvisor in 2019 and voted Best Breakfast in Singapore for many years, Wild Honey has gone from breakfast to breakfast and has opened its third outlet in the sprawling South Beach Avenue. Wild Honey opens from as early as 8 a.m, but do check out each outlet's operating hours. You'll find Wild Honey at these 3 locations: Wild Honey Mandarin Gallery, Wild Honey Scott Square, and Wild Honey South Beach.
My hands are still tingling and my heart is still beating really fast right now. It was amazing. When I accidentally hit someone, it really felt like there was a zombie touching me.
It feels so big in there. It's intense, it's scary, and it's a workout. It was insane. It was so much fun.
It was awesome. I felt like I was in a zombie apocalypse myself. It really felt so real. It really felt like you were walking upside down. I was so into the game. We just kept shouting. It was out of the ordinary. It was so fun.
Not much longer now, Raph. We just
Please,
need to grab a dress,
no
shoes,
more
sunglasses,
shopping.
And a jacket.
Hello? Wanna escape? Where? Somewhere awesome. Hell yeah!
All right.
Yeah, Singapore has trampoline parks, but bounce is so much more than that.
All right.
Yo, Ruffy, can you do a flip?
No, can you show me how?
So all you need to do, 1, up.
Flipping is just one of the things you can learn at Flight Academy, where one of Bounce's awesome experts teach you how to do some super cool tricks.
Good, Ruffy, much better now. He's long.
Clear the 10 tricks on the freestyle list and get a free 2-for-1 voucher. It is as easy as the sit drop.
Good.
If you want even more of a challenge, check this out.
All right.
Hope you're ready to lose to a kid.
You gotta get up.
X-Park is like Ninja Warrior, but way cooler. I know I make it look really easy, but seriously, this is not for wusses. To do some shopping, but can we take a break for just an hour? I know this great place. They do Aussie coffee. It's just around the corner. Sounds great.
Well, the first meal I cooked was kind of a disaster. My parents came over for dinner and I decided to roast a duck, which I don't know why I did that. I had no idea what I was doing. I remember Dad very sort of politely saying, yes, it takes a certain skill to cook duck. You know, my DNA as a chef really is so ingredient directed, and often ingredients just speak for themselves. When you live in a big city like Singapore, you often can get detached from ingredients and detached from the source. As a cook, you always have to take time outside of the kitchen, outside of your usual environment. So coming here to the Keelong is always a great source of inspiration because we can really find a lot of different things that are sustainable and local. That helps us to bring our own cooking to another level back at Stella. The best cooking is really something that's very personal. It's the personal experience of exploration. It's amazing, even today we discovered new flavours right here at Keelong. There's so much discovery and there's so much immediate enjoyment, I think, when you get the reaction from people to food. It reflects your personality, really. The day of the chef being the one that says, okay, this is what you're going to eat, and that is gone. So having this connection with where the ingredients come from, I try to bring that into our whole environment in terms of Stella. All the rest of the chefs, I want them to feel equally as passionate about the sourcing, about the producers, because I know that just always elevates the flavors that we want to produce to another level.
Sky bar, as the sun goes down and the lights come on, you want to give people an experience. There was one that actually made someone cry once. That was the first time I've ever experienced that here.
I would drop music from Africa and I play stuff from Latin America. I play a bit of hip hop and I'll move in and out to kind of fit the space there. I'm so lucky to have a view like that.
From the time I started work here, this is the one thing that I always marvel at, and I never get tired of this view. The club sound beyond 10 p.m. is always a little bit more mainstream, a little bit more digestible for the people who come up here, because you not only have tourists, you have hotel guests, and you do have people who want to club. I think there's something for everyone.
I had a lot of good comments from the crowd. Everyone's like, oh, it's really cool to hear music from my country, and C'est La Vie being quite an international destination.
But it's one of those things where you never actually make the decision to start it, and that was probably the most important part of this whole process, was actually just committing to the fact that I was going to spend years. I didn't know it was going to be 3 years, but I knew it was going to be a long time. And I went through periods of confidence and near depression on this shoot. If you look at something for so long and you spend so much time working on it, you lose all confidence that it's going to be of interest to anybody else. So that's why I guess I was so excited when the film was released and people sort of appreciated the work that had gone into it. So it started to feel a bit more worthwhile again. And that it wasn't so much that I wanted to show off or show people the city growing. I think I actually wanted to see it myself. Singapore's got nowhere to grow. It's not like a lot of places in the world where cities sprawl and get bigger. In Singapore, things tend to get taken down before they get built up. It has to be creative in how it plans for development. And so for me, that's a story. It's like the modernization of Singapore, and just seeing it almost reinvent itself every few years. The way that I wanted to shoot it, I didn't just want to have permanent cameras which would create a very common time-lapse effect where you see a cloud that appears and a cloud that disappears. I wanted the whole film to flow organically. So I had to do a lot of planning, and it started with about 30 core shots. By the end of the film, it grew to about 70 locations around the city. And then it took a lot of discipline. And it can be a little bit of a lonely existence when you spend 3.5 years working on a project. I don't think, for example, even my wife and my daughter really know how much went into this film. But I really do enjoy being like an outside observer. And even though the techniques have changed throughout all of my films, there's still a sense that it's almost like you're in a separate place when you're looking at the city. So I'm not really getting in people's faces with cameras. I'm more just somebody who's sort of quietly off to the side, looking at the world from a distance.